Hello, it's Alex at Remote Work Life here. I hope you're doing well wherever you may be in the world. And for me, it's the half term. I work from home a lot, as you may or may not know. I've got children; they're going to be at home, so it gets a little bit noisier, honestly, when children are around and you're trying to work. And it's especially awkward when you have meetings or you have sort of engagements online where you really need at least some semblance of not necessarily silence, but at least have the ability to block out background noises. So I wanted to share with you a piece of technology, a piece of AI technology. Haven't you heard of AI? A piece of AI technology that has revolutionized my ability to work from home, or not just work from home, but work literally in any sort of environment where there is background noise, and that includes even recording podcast episodes like this. Although I'm not using that particular technology now, so the technology I'm referring to is a noise cancelling app, and it's great for people who don't work in a traditional office setting, or even if you do, and you know how it is, it can be quite noisy in an office setting as well. So this particular noise cancelling app uses AI. It's called KRISP. You can find it at KRISP.ai, and that's KRISP spelt with a K and not a C. So it's KRISP.ai. There are many other noise cancelling apps around, and some products, some video meeting products actually use noise cancelling technology natively. It's natively sort of within the software itself. But this is one of the first ones I started to use, and it's worked really well for me in the past, and it continues to do so now. And I do sometimes use it independently, but as I said, some other softwares that you get online do tend to have it embedded. In fact, some of them, if you think of Google Meet, or if you think of Skype, yes, I still do use Skype, have some degree of noise cancellation, but it's not very good. I found it's not even as good as this one that I'm sort of referring to you now. I'm not necessarily recommending this, but it's just something that I wanted to sort of highlight to you in case you're in a situation where you need to have meetings or have interviews or whatever it is, and cancel some of the background noise. And I'm not a technologist myself, but I'm really fascinated when it comes to technology. So in future episodes, I'm going to be sharing with you some technologies, pieces of kit, pieces of apps, and all that sort of thing that have enabled me to optimize my ability to work on a remote basis, whether that be at home or co-working spaces, whatever it may be. But as I said, CRISP, I don't know necessarily how it works, but I understand that it uses AI technology to detect and cancel out background noise in real time. It's really magic. And for me, by creating a virtual microphone and speaker, it filters out annoying sounds from dogs to traffic noises, even, as I said, children. And best part, it does integrate into many communication platforms. And I did mention Skype earlier on. Yes, I do use Skype every now and again. Although I do use Google Meet, I use Zoom, I use Slack. So it integrates quite readily into each one of those particular platforms. And it's pretty easy to install as well. It's really easy. It's literally plug and play. There's very little you have to do to sort of customize, and it's easy to keep running, you can get up and running with it in a matter of minutes. All you need to do is download the app on your computer. It's even available on your smartphone, I believe, as well, although I've not used it on my smartphone. And once it's installed, you activate the virtual microphone or the speaker, and it's just simple as selecting the crisp option in your communication platform's audio settings. The other thing is as well, it won't break the bank, and it's worth the investment, because let's say you've got a really important interview coming up and you're trying to cut the background noise, and we all know how stressful it can be when you're waiting for the interviewers to come online, or let's say you've got a meeting, for example, you're pitching something, you're waiting for people to come online in order to have your meeting. It's very sort of nerve-wracking, anticipating that meeting starting and thinking to yourself, gosh, I hope somebody doesn't make a loud noise, or I hope there's not too much background noise. I hope they can hear me. So the last thing you want to have on your mind is things like that. You want to just be focusing totally on the interview. So that this in some ways alleviates those kinds of, the fears and the trepidation that might be going through your mind if you've got, as I said, you've got an important pitch, or you've got an interview coming up, or some important meeting. So it's worth the investment. I think they have a 14-day free trial. I'm not in any way connected or affiliated with KRISP, so I'm just sharing this with you, as I will be with other pieces of tech. I'm just sharing this with you because I believe it will help. The other trigger that sort of got me to jump on to this podcast is because, as I said, it's half term, approaching half term here, and my kids will be here for the next week or so. So I'm going to need some sort of protection, in inverted commas, from those background noises. As I said, it works with all the devices as well, so you shouldn't be too fussed there. They've got good privacy, good security as well. This is always a feature and also a concern these days, especially when we're working across different networks, especially if you're going out of your house. Even if you are in the house, privacy is something that is of concern. And from what I can see, KRISP does take that seriously. What they say is they ensure all the data transmitted between your device and their servers is encrypted. So I'd hope that gives you at least some peace of mind. And they don't store any audio recordings, I don't believe, on their servers. That means your conversations will remain confidential. And that's really what you want, especially, as I said, if it's an important meeting, if it's an important interview coming up. So to sum it all up, I've been using KRISP for a while. There's lots of others out in the market now, but at the time, for me, KRISP was a total game changer for me as a remote worker, especially as a work from home parent. And I think it will help you. What I'd say as well is I do a bit of background research as well, because, as I said, KRISP is the only one I mentioned here. There are many others. You should do your own due diligence and compare the market, see what else is out there that will help you to cancel background noise, and see what else is out there that could, I guess, suits you in terms of finances, it fits your pocket, etc. It's cost effective for you and it works for you. Nowadays, I would hope folks are more sympathetic to background noises, but this is just something which adds a little bit of extra, as I said, inverted commas, protection against those noises, and it just makes your meetings just go that bit more smoothly. So check them out at krisp.ai. That's KRISP with a K. And I'll be back again for another piece of technology that will help you with your remote work life, or if you're working from home. All the best.